welcome to Chop It Up for this, the second. Well, we in January still, so 2022. We haven't gone officially crazy yet. We seem to be doing a little better than 2021 and definitely better than 2020 at this time. My name is Kevin, host of Chop It Up, podcast that we do every Tuesday here for your entertainment, enjoyment, edification, and just because we can, where we take the barbershop conversations and bring them on to the online sphere. I've introduced myself. I'll let my brothers introduce themselves, and then we will jump into it today.
Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City. Oh, I tried to give it to you, man. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I don't have a PSA today. I do have one statement. Yes, my tree is still up. Come at me.
And you wonder why I let you go first. And as always, this is Darian from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Just very happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we jump into today's topics, I wanted to give you all the definition of petty. Like the definition of petty. So there's a story that came out about a guy who basically has the Department of Labor now involved in his lawsuit against his former employer. He had reported that they had not been, if I remember the story correctly, had been reporting that they had not been paying the overtime wages the way they should. And so therefore he filed that complaint. Through whatever circumstances, he was let go from that company, and they paid him his final check in pennies.
Oh, dude, that's
oil.
Like
hold on, oil-covered pennies that they just dumped on his driveway.
Dude, that's like a year and a half old. Yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah, but it's
the
Department of Labor is now involved with it.
That is genius.
Yeah. I remember that. And I was like, I'm sitting there going like, oh, that's so childish though.
But can you imagine the person that came up with it like, hey, let me talk to legal. Mm-hmm. Let me holler at legal real quick.
You're right. Is that okay if we pay him in this form? I mean, it's legal tender.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
But you want to talk about petty?
That's low petty. That's
like capital P, capital E, capital T, capital T, capital Y, Y.
Dude, it's well, I remember first hearing about. I'm like, they did what?
That is beyond petty.
Oh.
That is beyond petty.
Because here's the thing: they know how much of a pain it's going to be to transport that and send it to a bank. First of all, the stuff has to be cleaned off.
The bank's not going to take it.
They're not going to take it.
But here's the thing: also, that means that they had to go get. They had to go get the pennies.
That's even better, dude. Well, it's not hard.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I worked in banking, so if you order,
you put it in an order for it. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. The level of intentionality.
It's up here.
Like somebody thought of that the minute they read whatever they read, and they planned that out. When is it due? All right. We got time.
They had many nights to think about this, many nights to sleep on this. And guess what? What's up, Morris? They still didn't care.
No.
They how about we sleep on it? I'm good.
I slept well, thank you.
I slept like a baby. Actually, I went to bed with a smile on my face. I'm good to go.
I woke up, the sun was shining, the birds were chirping. I feel fully rested.
Exactly.
Ready for the day.
Petty. Yes.
And poured them out.
That might be a show topic coming up of the pettiest thing I ever did.
Ooh. Yeah. Well,
I already told you one of the pettiest things I ever did, but I don't mind sharing that joke again later on. I'll keep it under wraps. You know me, I'm an open book, brother.
I got you.
I'm an open book.
You said that with a little pride in your throat, man.
Hey, man, I was 17.
With his chest. It was like,
I was 17.
This is the stuff movies are made of.
Hey man, I was 17. I know I should, even to this day. I even said it before in like one of my groups here at work. I'm like, even though I was 17, and even though now I probably shouldn't have said it, yeah, I'm kind of proud of that one. But that's a whole nother conversation. Though.
Like I said, yeah,
It's a
you
whole
kind
nother
of sat up an inch. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the pattiest thing. That's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it done.
I got you.
Hey, let's
I
roll.
got you.
All right. So the football season is at least the regular season is officially over.
Yep.
We have now entered into playoffs, and of course
Wild
we
card
saw
weekend coming up.
That's right.
Yeah, wild card weekend this weekend. But of course we had the whole who's getting fired.
Lots of
Monday
folks.
morning. Monday morning was just like,
oh
you
no,
heard gunshots.
Sunday. It started
Sunday night. That's right. Some people at least made it on the plane back home. Others were left at the stadium.
They did it. Lane Kiffin all over again. Don't get on the plane on the tarmac. That's even worse, bro. He couldn't even get on the plane back. Yeah, that's oof. That was rough.
Can you imagine somebody getting everybody's sitting down, everybody's on the plane, and then somebody gets making no, excuse me, and grab your bag,
Where's Coach going? Don't worry about it.
Well, it's like those videos. It's those videos where
trip.
you know people are getting kicked off the plane. You got the police officer that comes up and escorts them. Like, we need to come talk off the plane.
Oh, sure. They ain't coming back. They ain't coming back. Mm-mm.
Shut that.
Can
door.
I just leave my stuff here? Nope. You don't want to do that. No.
You need to grab that. Yeah, you need to get everything you got. You got anything above? Do we need to open any of these? You good?
Right. Okay. We're good. All right. Let's go.
All right. After you.
I was really surprised the Giants took so long.
I was surprised by that one.
I'm surprised he wasn't like first thing Sunday or Monday morning. That one, I don't know why that one took so long, because I don't know if any of y'all watched that game or like the highlights from that game. What were they doing?
Yeah,
they did a 3rd and 9 quarterback sneak.
Yeah,
like 3 yards from their end zone. What?
Yep.
Are you trying to get fired, Coach? I mean, because you're doing a good job at it.
Well, here's the messed up part. If you're not the play caller, everyone's still going to blame you.
Right.
But isn't Judge the play caller for the Giants, though?
Is he? Because I'm not sure.
I thought he was.
But here's the thing. Even if he's not the play caller, whoever he has as his play caller thought that was a good thing to do. Which again, that goes to who you've hired, right?
You're exactly right, and who you've given the authority to.
So just gut the whole coaching staff.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, they fired the GM also because this is an organizational issue.
Well,
because they've been inept since like 14, 15. They have not had a winning season in a long time. This is a third coach. Each of the last 3 coaches only lasted 2 years because they were terrible. Terrible.
Yeah,
I'm looking for the list.
10-23.
Say it again.
Yeah, for 2 years.
His record was like 10-23.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
yeah. And the GM did resign supposedly.
Oh no, resigned.
Right.
They allowed him to save face because it's his fault. I mean, he's the one that signs off on free agents, drafts. I mean, personnel. I mean, yeah.
You had to give him a chance to get another job, because if you fire him, he can torpedo. Listen, whenever I see something like that, either the buyout is too expensive and they came up with an agreement,
right,
or he can torpedo you just as easy as you can fire him. So
that's right.
How do we end this relationship amicably?
Let me leave peacefully, and you're good. Pretty much in a nutshell.
Yeah, he left us paycheck.
Yeah,
and not in pennies.
Right.
Can you imagine that check in pennies?
Ooh, now listen. If an owner ever pays a player
You know how many Brinks trucks you would need for that?
If
And
an
Jerry
owner-
Jones strikes me as the one owner that would do that.
I can't argue with that, bro.
with cameras.
Oh, I can't argue with it. Dude, it'd be like the first Santa Claus movie when all the FedEx trucks had lined up with all the boxes. There'd be like 900 Brinks trucks with just
Okay.
coins and
Just
stacked in
coins, man.
boxes.
Just stacked. Just stacked.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Man, just pallets.
Good
Pallets.
point,
of
Morris.
coins.
Yeah.
Oh no, they had to 100%. I trust me. I am not disagreeing with Judge being gone by no means.
Yeah.
None. They
I
had to
really
make a
was
change.
just surprised it did take as long as it did.
I was surprised it didn't happen Monday morning. And I've got some
Right.
friends. I got some really good friends that are Giants fans. They're almost at a point as I don't know if y'all remember when the Saints, when their fans wore bags on their heads.
Yes.
That's what the Giants are starting. The fans are starting to do now. I mean, that's where they're at. I mean, they've been bad for so long, man. It's almost like we don't even care. I mean, even I'm glad they're in my division. It's like the Jets. They don't want the Jets to leave that division. Are you kidding me? I don't want the
No.
Giants to go anywhere now. Stay where you are.
Yeah.
We'll love you. Come on in.
Just as you are.
Just as you are. Baby,
Just as
sweetie, don't
trash
change.
as
Stay
you are.
just like you are.
As
That's right.
trash as you are. Straight trash. How many
And-
wound up getting fired over the weekend, though?
So
Wasn't
you-
it?
Oh,
Well, I know
Go ahead.
Chicago we let go
Of
of
course.
the GM
Nagy.
and the coach.
Yep. Both. Yep.
That-
I'm surprised you're not.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm surprised we
I'm
didn't see
good.
fireworks open up the show.
Just because
That's what
I
I was
knew it was
expecting.
coming. I knew
Oh,
it was
yeah.
coming. And I
When they
was,
chanted
yeah,
it at the Bulls game, they're at a Bulls game and they're
Right.
chanting fire. It was either the Bulls or the Blackhawks. I can't
it
remember
was
which
the
one.
Bulls.
And they're chanting fire Nagy at a
Yes.
Bulls game.
Yep.
That's bad. Fire Nagy. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was.
Yep.
It was not good, man. It was not good. Not good at all.
So you got
Man,
him
you
gone.
gotta
You
have
got-
some thick skin
You have to.
to be
And
a
your
coach
family
in
also.
professional sports.
And your family also.
And in Chicago, I'll just say in Chicago, we don't play with our sports.
Nope. Sure
Right.
don't. Y'all don't play
So-
sports anyway.
You know what?
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm kidding,
You know
Cam.
what?
I'm joking. I'm
And click.
I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I am kidding.
But yeah,
seriously.
I mean, listen, we don't play around sports, right?
No, you don't.
Who was it?
The Bears.
Somebody on my Facebook was like, they live in Chicago and they were talking about they're a Packers fan. It was like,
Whoa,
we'll
hold
let
on.
you out
Time
by
out.
sundown.
Time out. First of all,
Yeah.
why are you admitting that in a public forum to begin with?
Exactly.
And you're from Chicago? Oh, that's
It's
something
like,
you
we'll-
keep under wraps, bro. You don't do
We'll
that.
let you leave. We'll give you to
Mm-mm.
sundown. Consider this a sundown town for you.
That's hated rivalry. Hated. It doesn't matter how bad the Bears are. What did Aaron Rodgers say? I still own you. When he said, I was like, oh. So Kev, hey, he said that with his toes too, bro. He said it with his chest.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Yeah.
just saying
Yeah.
though, if you start to see, some 6-point stars, but it's, wearing 6-point stars rolling up in Green Bay. And if you don't know what 6-point stars are in Chicago, Black Gangster
Look it up.
Nation. I'm just saying.
Look it up. Look it up.
Yes, they
Seriously.
still exist. First of all, let's clear that up.
Oh yeah. Yes.
First of all, let's clear that
Let's
up.
clear that up. That's right.
They're still there. Yes.
He may be
yeah.
going to Broncos. He may be going to Denver.
Who, Nagy?
No,
No.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Oh, Morris, you already know. Chicago deep dish is way better than New York
Oh,
slice.
we're not having this.
Oh, so here's the
You
thing,
already
Cat.
know
we-
this.
I have never had a Chicago deep dish in my life, ever,
When you come to Phoenix, we'll go.
and I
I'll
need
take
to.
you.
I need that in my life right now.
You do.
It's an experience, brother.
That's what I've heard. Sauce on the top, right? Is that right?
Sauces on top,
Yeah,
meat and cheese. Yep.
It's
I
an
need that in my
experience.
life. Need
Yep.
that in my life.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah,
You're,
That's right,
you're-
Morris. It will change your life. Listen, my wife. Here's the thing. my wife.
I think,
so
and
I
Morris
was
said that with
I-
his chest too, didn't he? I knew he did.
okay. The first time my wife and I, and the reason she was like, okay, something's different, right? We went. I was so in the habit of eating my pizza with a knife and fork, just because
Go that one you have to, right?
that
Right.
fit,
Yeah.
Right.
right? So we went to I think Mazio's or someplace in Tulsa, and I'm pulling out my knife and fork because that's
Blech.
how I normally do it, even though it's Mazio's, right?
Right.
And she's
You
like,
don't
"What?"
need it. What
But
do you
then when
mean?
she got to Chicago
She
and
knew.
she experienced it, it made all the difference. She knew exactly why I did that.
Right.
Where was
Yeah.
it? We went to Tulsa had at that time one Chicago style pizza place, and we went
There
off
was
of
there was one in
71st and
Silkhouse.
Sheridan.
Yes, that was Marley's Pizza.
Okay, that's where we went.
And then I don't
I
know, there
can't.
was also Savastoni's or something like that that
Yes,
came right
I
before
think
we
they're
left.
still. I think they're still there,
Okay.
out in Bixby. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was my first time with Kevin having
It-
Chicago style pizza.
An experience, huh?
An experience, definitely an
Yeah.
experience. I'm from New York, born in New York.
Right.
Yes, I live and die in New York. All right, so
hmm
I love you. I appreciate it. Like I said, it was an experience. I will give
Yeah.
you that.
So but you can't co-sign it being better than New York,
Brooklyn.
dude. You almost made my mic click from doing that, bro.
I'm just gonna say, I like my pizza with substance. Paper doesn't do it for me.
Oh,
This brother said paper.
paper,
Paper just
Kev,
doesn't
come
do
on.
it
You
for
can't.
me.
You can't be
Paper.
that disrespectful to New
Paper.
York. Come on, bro.
I wish I had something. Yeah,
It's the chewiness, man. It's the
it's the
he's-
taking the
is he
whole
look? Are
half
you
of a
looking for a
pizza.
piece of paper?
You gotta
It's an
fold it like
experience. Hold on, it's an experience. It's an experience. Nope, sorry. No.
This dude,
a
wow.
little
That's how
sauce
we
on
get
it.
down.
You so petty.
That's how we getting
man.
down. Okay.
That's
Pepperoni.
so
All right.
petty. You
Y'all
know,
see how
good
thin
well,
that
that's
is,
not
right?
what we're not talking thin crust, man. We're talking hand tossed, foldable.
Original.
Yes.
So let's go there. Original. All right.
Right.
Truly Italian.
Yes.
Now, if you go to Italy, you're not gonna find Chicago style. Matter of fact, they're gonna look at you like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
Okay.
It's a whole
You
different.
know.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
So
yeah.
so what
No,
you're saying
it's
is that we didn't
Just like when you go
that
to
Chicago
China,
man.
you're not
Come
gonna.
on,
is not the
stop,
colonized
stop,
pizza.
stop. Chicago style is basically a pot pie with tomato sauce.
Right. We were originators in that space. New York just decided to colonize it. That's what basically what you're saying.
Oh my!
They just
Are
decided
you
to
being
colonize it.
serious right now?
Colon.
He's
He said colonize.
he did. He said colonize. It,
I'm that tap. I tap
That's
out.
right. When pizza makes you close your eyes as you bite into it, that's bliss.
New York style can't do that either. Is that what you're
It
saying?
does.
It does.
That's
Absolutely
only because
does.
that's only because you got to turn your head and your eyes will just
There, you know, there's no winning this. You know that, right?
No, I'm
Right.
and I'm
Trust me,
double
I've
teamed.
had this. It's like the conversation I have with iPhone versus Android. It's Chicago style versus New York. Those are two subjects that you will not win against me in. Period. Period.
I tap.
No, there's
I
three.
tap.
You forgot the third one. The
Oh,
llama.
and
Oh.
the llama. Yes.
Yeah, you had. I mean, you know better.
We haven't brought up the llama in a while, but
We don't need to. We're talking football right
You
now.
ain't,
yeah,
you ain't doing nothing.
Exactly. There's nothing to talk about.
exactly.
I mean, no, actually, technically, he is, but they're all losing, so he's losing. So
Sorry for Brandon.
You good, Morris? You know.
Nothing but
all
love.
good, sir. All
Listen,
good.
Nothing
man.
but love.
But yes,
Nothing
when
but
you all
love.
come to Chicago, when you come to Phoenix, I'll give
Yep.
you the Chicago food tour of what we've got here.
I'm okay
Get
with
you
that.
some Harold's chicken,
I keep
or
hearing
Chicago
about
Chicken
this
Shack.
Harold's chicken, man.
The sauce. It's the sauce, bro.
That's what they said about Cane's, and that sauce is terrible.
You didn't hear me say that about Cane's.
Harold's is different.
I get. I better be because
Harold's is definitely different.
And then what else we got here?
You got any
got
rib
the
tips?
Portillo's.
The who?
Okay.
Rib tips? No, we don't have. I haven't discovered a place really good for rib tips here.
Okay.
So,
all right. Chicago rib tips are ridiculous. I'm like, who even came up with that? Amazing. So,
Somebody genius, right?
Yes, because there's
anybody down there do
a space in Maywood that I go to. Space out back home. Get the bucket of rib tips.
A bucket?
A bucket. And see, you get the bucket of rib tips, and then on top of that, they put the fries. No, excuse me, they put the bread. And then on top of that, they put the fries.
I'm about to leave, bro.
Listen.
Yeah, Kev, I see you in 14 hours, bro.
He's on his way. He is on his way. Anybody?
Speaking of that, Kev, I don't even notice Kingsford has like a new line of smoking. For pellets for your smoke for your pellet smoker.
Okay,
maple,
check it out.
Chili lime, something in basil. I mean, I literally just saw it today, and I'm like, what is this voodoo? Like, what is that? Does that say maple? Yeah. So I haven't. Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that, Walmart. That's where they were showing it. But I literally saw like an hour and a half ago. So it's new in my head right now.
Okay.
But I had to share the knowledge.
No worries. Appreciate it. All right.
Speaking of getting smoked.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting smoked, your boy Flores from the Dolphins got smoked.
Oh yeah.
Now, here's the thing: was that premature?
Well, I've told a few people already. It had nothing to do with their record. I mean, they were 10-6 last year. They're 9-8 this year. They started 1-7. Then they won 8 out of the last 9 games, beat playoff teams, and they were playing really, really well. I mean, he got. And Tua being hurt as much as he was.
I was about to say, didn't they have to battle through injuries?
Yes, they had to battle through injuries. But it really comes down between him and the owner, him and the general manager, because he wanted Herbert and they wanted Tua, and he voiced his opinion about it, and he didn't like it. And the reason he wanted Herbert over Tua was because he said Tua was injury prone, and Herbert has a better arm. Who's playing better? Not saying that he's going to play better in Miami. We don't know that. Probably the better prospect, but from what I'm seeing, it had nothing to do with his coaching ability in the locker room, and it was basically on their disagreement that they couldn't see on the same page.
I know this is a far out question I'm going to ask, but I'm just curious. How many GMs actually have football experience?
Well, Millen did, but we see what he did with the Lions. Matt Millen, yeah, terrible job.
And the reason why I'm asking is because it's almost like they throw out the intangibles, the stuff that everybody doesn't necessarily see, which is what they're paid to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what's really going to be a good fit for the organization, not necessarily the best name, but if to me, that goes all the way up to the top, though. Is our goal to win, or is our goal to get butts in the seats? If it's to get butts in the seats, whether we win or not, then yeah, I'm going to grab Tua.
Exactly.
If it's to win, because at the end of the day, if you're winning, the stadium's full.
Here's the thing. He still won with Tua. I mean, even without Tua in the lineup, I mean, they went 8-9. Excuse me, they won 8 out of the last 9 games, and they beat playoff teams. They beat teams that were potentially playoff teams. I think I have it pulled up here. So at the time when they beat the Ravens, that was before Lamar Jackson got hurt. So here's the thing: the defense still had to play well. I mean, Baltimore's defense didn't get rid of Lamar. Didn't have Lamar Jackson because he's not on there. So they beat. Of course, they beat some bad teams. They beat the Jets, but they should have. They beat the Panthers. They should have. They beat the Giants. We know how bad they are, but they beat the Saints and they beat they swept the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that.
Mhm.
They swept the Patriots this year. And I think they've won either 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 times with the Patriots in Flores's career or something like that. So it's
Mhm.
not like he has been beating the Patriots, who is aren't they a division rival, if I'm not mistaken? Or
I
not?
believe so.
I
I
think so.
believe so.
Yes.
So, oh yeah, they play him twice. So yeah, they're a division rival. So I mean, it's not like the dude wasn't producing. I mean, yeah, they went 1-7, but they had some issues.
Again, yeah, if the philosophy of the direction you want to take the team, and at the end of the day, the GM is going to say, you're going to coach the team I'm going to give you. Period.
Right. And Bill Parcells said it like decades ago. I forget how long it was. He says, well, if you're gonna tell me to cook the dinner, at least let me shop for the groceries. And here's the thing, it wasn't like he was asking for a whole bag of groceries. He only wanted one item.
Right.
And that was Herbert. He said, you can pick everything else. I just need my main ingredient. And they couldn't agree on that. And I really do believe that was the reason.
The little bit of public stuff that I've been able to see over the years, it tends to boil down to a power struggle between the head coach
There is.
and the GM.
Why do you think Jerry Jones always hires puppets? With the exception of Jerry Jones and Bill Parcells, and Bill Parcells bounced. And that's why Jimmy Jones left, because he wasn't a puppet and he couldn't control Jimmy Johnson. And ever since then, Jerry Jones has hired puppets. Every last single one of them. Even the current coach.
So I was about to ask, so what the heck is going on? Because Dallas,
And Morris.
like unexplainable flip-flop good.
You mean between this year and last year?
Yeah.
Well, last year, don't forget Dak got hurt.
That's right.
And his ankle got broken, like his leg got split. So he was out for most of the season. And the defense wasn't that good. So when he brought in Quinn, which everybody thought it was a terrible hire, which now we see, okay, yeah, the defense is playing well. And they've drafted really well. I mean,
that's my point. The there's no track record for solid thinking.
No, there was in the beginning. In the very beginning, when he first took over, he fired Tom Landry, and half the world hated him for firing Tom Landry, even though
still does. You got second generation hatred over Tom Landry.
Honestly, it worked. I mean, they got 3 Super Bowls out of it. Then I mean, it worked, and even after Jimmy Johnson left, they still won another one with the puppet Switzer. So I don't know. I'm in Oklahoma, and that's probably
Switzer
right now.
Switzer won. I know, right? Well, Switzer won because of what was already established.
Exactly. That's why I said he was a puppet, and so he won with what Jimmy Johnson had put in place. But there's been times where, like when Dallas has been 12-4, they were 11-5, making it, but they'll lose in the first round of the playoffs. And so the Marion Barber days back then, I mean, the talent's been there. It's just that when you have a coach and they can only go so far and do so much, and they get out schemed when you get to the playoffs or when it comes to December, it's not there. But the thing that McCarthy has done, he's put people in place. He's got coordinators that know what they're doing, and it really hasn't been that way for a long time here in Dallas. Yeah, I said here in Dallas.
Yes, you did.
Hasn't been, boy. They in my head, bro. They in my head, man.
Yes, you did.
You basically saying that Oklahoma is just Texas North?
Ooh, here we go.
I don't disagree with that, but I can't say that out loud too much up here. You know how they are about Texas and Oklahoma out here, Kev. You know that.
I know.
But it's about that bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's about that bad. But yeah, it's between Quinn and then the young kid. I forgot the kid's name. What's his name? The offensive coordinator. It looks like he's 12. What's his name? For Dallas
coordinator.
I forgot, dude. I forgot his name. I'm old. I forget stuff.
I don't remember.
But yeah, I mean, they're really good. Kellen Moore, that's right. They're really, really good. They know. I mean, they know what they're doing, and we got to get rid of Kellen Moore. Okay, here's the thing. Shannon, I watched Shannon and I watched Skip. Can you put that back up there, Kev, so I can see it?
Yeah.
And I love Shannon Sharp because I watch Undisputed all the time. Skip and Shannon are contrarians because they get paid to be a contrarian. Yeah, he has a collection of plays. I don't disagree with that. But there's been things that he's done and plays that he's called, and I'm like, okay, that was pretty smart. So I mean, I love Shannon Sharp, but he's paid to be a contrarian, and he's paid to be a contrarian against the Cowboys himself. And we know that it's a TV show, it's ratings. And Skip is paid to be a contrarian against LeBron James. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, they have to pick opposite sides so they can get ratings for a TV show.
We got to figure out what we need to do to get Kevin some sponsors, because his level of venom against LeBron should that's like
It's
paycheck
unprecedented, bro. He's come up with an acronym just for this dude that nobody else has come up with. He's
nobody.
There's
like promotion material that needs to be sold as
t-shirts, hats, man, koozies, leg warmers. I don't care.
Man, I didn't realize that Kellen was actually only 33 years old.
Dude, he's young. He's really, really young.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
How did he get the job?
I don't think we need to get rid of Kellen Moore. I think he's I mean, I don't think so.
But he played. Okay, so here's how he got the job. Basically, he was in the league for 6 years.
Yep. And wasn't he a backup at one point?
And then wasn't he backup all the time?
Yeah. I'm talking about for Dallas.
Yes.
No, yeah, he never started.
Yes.
Yeah. And then and that's the same thing that Garrett did. He was a backup at Dallas that became like an assistant coach and worked his way up or whatever, something like that.
Wow.
But the weapons that they have, I mean, I'm not going to say I can call plays for Dallas, but when you've got as many wide receiver weapons, 2 really good tight ends, you've got, Pollard was out and Zeke isn't himself, but you got Dak. I mean, you got a great O-line, and now you got the defense that is giving you the ball. But I mean, I'm scared of the 49ers though. Because you got Jerry Jones. That isn't falling Kellen Moore though. That falls on Jerry Jones. You already know that Jerry Jones is pulling the strings. Don't forget that. He is the puppet master. So I can't blame that on Kellen Moore, because Jerry Jones comes out every single week, almost every single day on Dallas radio or TV, and talks about this scheme and talks about the receivers should be getting more. We need to give it to Pollard more. And Pollard's been hurt the past 2 or 3 weeks, I believe. So yeah, and Paul, honestly, there was a time that Pollard got it more than Zeke. How do I know? Because Pollard was on my fantasy team. I picked him up for a reason, and he got used quite a bit. I mean, he was giving me 12, 13, 14, sometimes 20 plus points a game because of the way he was being used, because he's a receiving running back also. But they used him quite a bit because there were times Zeke would only get 30 or 40 yards a game. So Pollard was putting up some numbers. They just weren't flashy. He wasn't breaking like 100-yard, 75-yard runs, but he produced. I won my regular season mainly because of Pollard too. So yeah, he put up some serious numbers for that for them. He got a lot more playing time than Zeke did, for sure.
So why would Jerry Jones shoot himself in the foot like that? Not that we haven't seen this for decades.
With what? What do you mean?
Not using Pollard. You said it was a Jerry Jones issue. Did I misunderstand?
Oh yeah, no. It is Jerry Jones' issue. It's you got to remember, Jerry Jones changes like the wind. We all know that. Whatever is going to suit him the best. And I'm a Dallas fan, and I say it all the time. He changes with the wind. We know this. But I'm just saying you can't blame Kellen Moore for the schemes, not for Pollard. It was for schemes. And you said, I don't know why Pollard doesn't get played more, but those are two different things. The scheming was Jerry Jones. Pollard, I was saying he got a lot of time. So I wasn't, those are two separate thought processes. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
I just want Jerry Jones to go. I mean, we know it's not going to happen. He runs the commissioner. Yes, but they use him like he gets passes quite often. Pollard does. He screens. It's just that they can't use him like Marshall Faulk because he's not a starter. Marshall Faulk was a starter, so he got most of the snaps. He got a bulk share, like what, 90%, 95% of the snaps. Pollard isn't getting that because they're doing that whole thunder and lightning type deal. They're trying to mix it up. They're trying to keep the defenses, I guess, quote unquote, honest. I think that's what they're trying to do. But I don't disagree with you, Morris. They should use them more to that nature. But when you're paying some dude, Zeke Elliott, this much money, you're gonna put him in a game and tell him to produce. I mean, yeah, I get it. I don't disagree with you. I like Pollard. I like Pollard a lot, actually.
Plantation football. All right.
Ooh, okay. So
Who can pick the most cotton?
we might get put off.
Who we
for
paying
this.
the most? We gave you a chicken. We only gave him chicken feet.
Get in the corner. Get in the corner. But here's the thing. I don't know what Kev is about to say, but he literally just said, hey, we may get kicked for this. So I have no idea what this dude is about to spit out right now. So everybody, it's been a great night. We love you. Just let you know right now, if we go somewhere, we'll see y'all next week.
Listen, here's the thing. All right. So
my dude.
God.
All right, so it's looking into Jerry Jones, right?
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
So basically,
You got ties to the mafia and the NSA, right?
Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
That's Jerry's ringtone.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. Because his first business venture after graduating in 1965.
Oh my God, do we even want to know this?
He borrowed $1 million from Jimmy Hoffa's Teamsters Union to open up a string of Shakey's pizza parlors in Missouri. When that venture failed, he was given a job at his father's insurance company. He received his MBA in 1970 after several other business ventures, including an attempt, again, using Teamsters money to purchase the AFL, the San Diego Chargers. He began an oil and gas exploration business in Arkansas that has now grown. He borrowed money from the Teamsters. And not like $25.
We all know what that means. We're not naive when it comes to that. We know what that means.
I
just didn't know that.
Mafia and government related. I didn't know about the Teamsters.
I did not know about that either.
I knew about the pizza. I knew about the insurance, and I knew about the oil and gas.
Yep, knew about that. Didn't know about the Teamsters. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
So yeah, Jimmy does run the commissioner. What?
Okay.
We knew this already.
Jimmy know where the bodies are buried, literally.
Come on, literally.
It's because he buried them.
I was about to say, because he probably helped dig.
Okay.
He
and probably took Roger Goodell to a couple of them and just said, listen, this you?
This hole's for you. This hole
right.
will ever say
over a hole. Yeah, I want to talk about this whole Black Lives Matter thing.
Well,
now we're gonna kneel one time, and that's it. I don't want
we're gonna walk out together, arm in arm, like we a family.
Yeah, no, he did it once, and then that Monday he said, Monday he said, anybody else found kneeling's getting fired.
Anybody else?
I was like, how you turn around? Monday? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah. Jerry. Yeah. Jerry's the head of the coaches, not the coaches, the owners.
Oh yeah.
Association. Yeah.
Yeah.
Group, whatever.
He's the number one dude. He's Don
you,
Corleone.
And you cannot be an owner unless you are voted and you are invited.
Right. That's the thing that's crazy about the NFL, and that's the reason why we will probably never see. Well, I won't say never, but
that's why Mark Cuban isn't. Right. That's why Mark Cuban is not an NFL owner, because they've said no to him, and that's probably why we won't see
black
a majority.
Owner. Yep. Because I know there was talk of like Puff Daddy and a few other folks trying to get together for was
The
it the
Panthers.
Panthers? And
That
it
was
was
when
like,
they had the whole Richardson scandal thing with
yeah,
him, and they said nope.
yeah. So
Yeah,
because
yeah,
for
man.
example, Dan
Good.
Snyder still should not still be an owner. Let's just be honest.
Oh no,
But
he's not, because remember his wife is running it now.
right,
Okay, we're stupid.
yeah,
Yeah, we're stupid. Dude, we already know it's a good old boy club. We know that.
oh yeah,
We've been knowing that for decades. It hasn't changed. It's a good old boy club. We get it.
Well, it's also private industry that has been.
Still doesn't mean it's not a
And
good old
here's the
boy
crazy
club.
thing. No, I'm just saying. Even when the whole thing got started. Now, if we're really gonna talk about the rabbit hole, let's talk about the rabbit hole.
Let's go for it. Let's do it.
When the NFL, when all the leagues were originally created, what was that? 40s, 50s, 60s,
Something like that. Yeah.
and I'm talking all of them, American, all of them. And the NFL is basically the one that stayed, made it out of the wash.
Mm-hmm.
The At that time, the government made the decision to create a special nonprofit
mhm,
designation for professional sports leagues.
Yep.
mhm,
I'm like, when you look back at the history, so the only thing was, even though they don't have to pay taxes, they just had to report what came in and what went out. Well, at
Right.
the
mhm,
time, wasn't hardly any money.
Mhm.
By what was that? 2015 is, I think, when they finally took that off.
yeah,
Because you had Congress and senators like, hey, man, y'all getting way too much money flowing through the NFL tax free.
Right.
They finally, and plus they didn't want to divulge how much money was actually flowing through there, so they went private. But my
Right. They
thing is,
did.
like, dude, for you to have that much clout to where you can go and say, hey, we want to do a professional league, but we need a nonprofit. Wait, what? Yeah, we want to make money,
Right.
but we don't want to give y'all nothing. Yes, sir.
right.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir. Yeah, who knows who walked into that office? It could have been Hoffa himself. Who knows who walked in on that one?
It could have been easily.
Like, this is what we're gonna do.
And you're
This
gonna
is
like
what
it.
you're gonna do.
That's right. Capiche?
Right.
Yep.
As he snapped. Right. That we're gonna do. Good boy. Good boy. As they land out pictures of his family. Your daughter goes to the Hawthorne Elementary, doesn't she? Yeah, and your wife, she likes pinochle, doesn't she? Yeah.
Like,
Hey.
brother, is that a picture of my goldfish right there? What?
Right. Whatever you want, sir. However I can assist you.
You thought you picked out your clothes this morning.
Ooh. Yeah.
I like that tie on you. See, there you go.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, man. So,
and then I mean, then of course we know the military was giving money to the NFL and actually to all the sports really
Mhm.
to promote flyovers and things of that nature to
Oh
promote
yeah.
interest in the military.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yet and still, people got upset because the whole kneeling thing, and the NFL doesn't support the military. Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. Not the gold.
goldfish, dude.
Hey, ain't nobody.
Listen, if you can't make this happen,
Flipper's not safe.
everybody's gone.
Flipper is not safe.
Forget Finding Nemo.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And they still have a contract, don't they? They finally revealed that they had it under contract.
Yeah.
for
I mean,
promotion.
armed services. I mean, come on now.
The
NFL doesn't do anything without getting paid. I mean,
Right.
let's just be honest. If it's being shown, if it's in a stadium, the NFL does not do anything without getting paid.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we have breast cancer awareness.
Because we've talked about like DirecTV's deal with the NFL and how they're finally some of that is starting to go away and be spread around because it's got to change.
It has to.
But I worked for DirecTV for a short period of time, and they would tell us that essentially they were almost losing money on that deal DirecTV, the amount of money they were paying, because it was like, look, it's the only thing that's really helping us to stay liquid, stay floated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Just wow. Just wow. The NFL is a racket.
We know this.
It's a racket.
Oh, it is. For
And
sure.
it is as American as as the New York Mafia.
It's unstoppable. I mean, the NFL is unstoppable. Seriously.
Right.
I mean, what they've done marketing wise, I mean, the decades, it's unstoppable. Yeah. NBA, yeah. NHL, MLB, no. There was nothing like the juggernaut of the NFL.
Right.
Nothing. And they know this.
Yeah.
So since I know this probably wasn't the way we were planning on going, but now you've piqued my curiosity. When did, because I don't hear that or as much that baseball is America's sport the way they used to.
The
They,
old
that
heads
used,
still do.
yeah, that used to
Right.
be their moniker.
Mhm.
But the reality
America's
is,
pastime.
yeah, America's favorite pastime,
Yeah.
baseball, and you just don't hear that moniker anymore.
Because that's exactly what it was. That's what you watched to pass the time.
Right.
Because baseball has not that has not caught up. I mean, you've got a lot of people that are baseball traditionalists. And there's some things that need to change in baseball just because, I mean, we've done it in hockey. Hockey changed the way they did things with tie games. The NFL has changed the things they've done with tie games. And they've changed, they've adapted, they've evolved, and there's nothing wrong with a sport doing that. But baseball refuses to evolve, and they
it's the
refuse to
pacing of it.
change.
It's the pacing of baseball.
Well, that's my point. When you've got a game that lasts 19 innings, I mean, come on. When you get to the 10th or 11th or 12th, okay, let's have a home run derby. You know, let's see who hits the most. Do something. Hockey did this. Hockey did that with the shootouts. Now
Right.
they don't end it. They do the shootouts, and guess what? It made it more exciting. The NFL, you know, we need to get rid of the tie, but it's better than it was. College football with the overtimes now, there are no ties. So they've evolved, they've changed. And so with baseball, you know, stop having the pitchers hit. I think now they're finally going to change it to where in the National League the pitchers don't hit anymore. They don't need to hit. Why is the pitcher hitting? That's just another out. So guess what? They're going to have they're working on getting designated hitters for the pitchers now in the National League, but they've waited so long to change and evolve because they're so stuck in tradition. Guess what? It's still going to be baseball. They said that people weren't going to watch hockey anymore. Guess what? They still watch hockey.
Oh, even more so.
Even more so. Exactly.
Hockey is, when I look at the sports, right? Hockey, even though a high scoring game is 2-3, right?
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But the action and the activity going back and forth,
yes,
that is, if you're a hockey fan, you live for that, right?
And it's even better in person. If somebody has said, "I can't watch hockey," go to a professional hockey game, go there in person, and once you understand the rules, and then the sheer excitement of when a goal scores, literally, my body was shaking. I was at a Hurricanes game, and I was with my dad, and I'm like, "This is unbelievable." So we run free tickets. And guess what? I started watching hockey. I had mini season passes for like 3 years, like 8 games a season. Because guess what? It was fun. It was a fantastic atmosphere. But if you don't go, you don't know. But yeah, I mean, hockey is incredible.
Basketball, again.
Yeah.
Activity all throughout. Football,
all throughout.
Activity all throughout.
Baseball,
arena
not
football.
So much.
Arena football took regular football and took it to another level.
Cricket.
Arena football games are phenomenal. Cricket has more. Soccer, of course, has more. Baseball is just, you're sitting there and it's like you're waiting to be told what happened.
It's an experience in person because people want to go and be nostalgic. And yeah, there's some baseball games that are exciting, but yeah, man, it's long.
We would get tickets to the Tulsa Drillers. We would get tickets, and by like the 5th inning, we're like, all right, we've seen enough. We're out.
Right.
See y'all.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 and 3 and 4 and 10 hours of sitting there. But So
Yeah,
and then
even with me being a Giants fan, I'm a San Francisco Giants fan.
Mhm.
I still don't watch baseball until the
Yeah.
playoffs. I don't
Same
watch
here.
regular season, even though I'm a Giants fan. I've got Giants hats, I've got Giants gear, but I still don't watch it until the playoffs because I can't invest. That's 164 games or 162, however many. That's a lot of games, man. And
So
then,
I watch
yeah,
the Cubbies. I root for the Cubbies,
yes,
right?
right,
But only until it comes playoffs,
playoffs,
right?
exactly.
So the
I'm the
year that
same
they won
exact
the
way.
World Series,
Yeah,
we just luckily happened to be in Chicago when it happened.
I remember
So of
that. Yeah,
course,
yeah,
it was a great moment, right, to be in the
it
city
was.
Mhm.
when
Yeah,
it happened. But
yeah,
other than that, I have not watched a full Cubs game. I know we've gone to like a spring training here because spring training all over. But I've gone to spring training, but never stayed the entire game and did not feel upset when we left early.
right. Yeah,
So
they're
I
stuck in their
saw
ways.
somebody. Well, this was a few years ago where somebody actually did either a short documentary or something on the ways baseball could change the game to make it more engaging and more exciting for the fans. One of the most innovative things that they talked about was actually putting them on a clock, uh, which I thought was ingenious, and especially the way that they did the clock.
Yes, yeah,
mhm,
Because I was like, oh, yes,
a
move this
pitching
Joker
clock.
along.
Yeah,
Yes.
they talked
yes.
about that. That was years ago, Darren. I mean,
Mhm.
that was like 4, 5, 6 years ago when they talked about, even longer actually. But this was before Amy passed. They were talking about that. Yeah,
And I was like, please.
yeah.
Please.
Let's do it.
Shrink the thing down to 2.5 hours instead of 5.
I
Mhm.
agree. Yeah, let's
You
make it
know?
happen.
Yeah, the 7th inning stretch.
There's a
That's the
shot clock.
problem.
There's a shot clock. You got a play clock in the NFL. I'm like, hello. You got a clock in hockey that really never stops.
Right.
Soccer, it
Soccer,
doesn't
same
stop
thing.
in
Doesn't
soccer.
stop.
No, they have extra time, but the clock doesn't stop.
90 minutes. Go.
Exactly. Run,
Go. Run.
run, run.
Run, Forrest. Right.
Oh, speaking of run, there was a dude I worked with, man. He literally said to me that baseball athletes were more athletic than soccer players.
In what universe?
I'll let that sink in.
There's nothing to sink. What the?
I looked at him. I said, "Excuse me."
Yeah, that was slow blink.
He said, "Yeah, man, baseball players are more athletic than soccer." I said, "Have you played soccer at all? I mean, have you watched an international soccer match?" I said, "They run for 90 minutes, but they don't really do much." I said, "Bro, they run
Have-
the whole time." And I said, "Here's the thing: there is subbing. If you sub someone, they don't go back in. So there's dudes that never get subbed. They run miles per game, bro. Miles,
Full speed.
miles.
Well, aside from that, have you looked at a baseball player versus a
I mean,
soccer
have
player?
you looked at Ortiz? I mean, Kurt Schilling? I mean, have you looked at Big Poppy? Come on, man. The Big Panda? Have you looked at these cats?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Frank Thomas. I mean, Frank Thomas was a huge man. But no, he is not running like a. Come on, bro.
So
No,
let's take running out for a second. Let's take running out for a second, and let's just talk about the athleticism it is to actually move a ball with your feet, or excuse me,
Right.
with your entire body, to be able to control where it goes.
right. Yeah, Morris, I'm right there with you, bro.
That's
I'm like,
Listen.
Coach, I'm gonna take me right. Yeah, to be able to control and don't use your hands.
and don't use
Right.
your hands.
And then let's not even talk about headers,
And
Bro-
bicycle kicks.
bro. Seriously? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't have a conversation with you.
Yeah, he was a baseball fan, and that was it.
Oh, he was a diehard baseball fan. I'm
yeah,
like,
that was it.
I said, bro, your fandom is showing right now.
Yeah.
Pull him up. Your fandom is showing right now. Pull him up. Pull him up, bro. I'm like, come on, man. Seriously?
Yeah, that was in a nutshell. And I don't take away the ability to hit,
Oh, it's
a
hard.
94 mile an hour fastball and send that
Right.
joker 300-400 yards.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
When you go 1 for 3 on an average for a season,
Mhm.
that's considered a really good season for a batter.
Absolutely.
333.
Oh yeah.
Anything
You're a
over
Hall of Famer.
300, anything over 300, that's considered a great season for a batter.
Yeah, you're headed toward
Mhm.
the Hall
You're
of Fame.
successful 1 out of 3 times. So yeah, the job of hitting a ball or pitching, no, that stuff is not easy at all. But that's hand-eye coordination. That's not athleticism. That's athletically fit. Oh no, that was a term he used. More athletically fit than soccer players.
Oh yeah,
Which made it even worse. I
Yeah,
mean, now that I remember, that's even worse.
he's smoking the baseball chalk. Yeah. Yeah, he's straight up snorting that chalk.
I was gonna say he ain't smoking it. He's taking it straight to the nasal membrane, bro. His sinus cavities are full right now. Full. He can't breathe. That's how much that he snorted from that mess, man. Come on, bro.
Dude. Oh my goodness. The whole third base line.
All in one sniff. I'm all right. No, you ain't. I'm good.
Dude.
What, sneezing out pieces of chalk, bro. Come on, man.
Oh,
Just no, long chop him up, man. Just, I'm like, come on, bro.
Whew. Yeah, he was high on something.
Something.
High on something.
Yeah.
Dude. Craziness.
They get paid though, man.
So that's what, because Morris was like, basically how baseball players get paid so much more money than football players
because their contracts are longer, and nobody's going to give an NFL player a 15-year contract.
Right.
That's why, or 10-year contract.
The other thing,
you also got to look at the number of games they play.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They play 162 games.
If you average it out per game per season, and then you look at the NFL, now it's 18 games. Well, 17 games versus 16. Yeah, it's
10 times as much. It's literally 10 times as much.
Right. So when you're thinking about what a team can do as far as attendance, concessions,
all those games,
parking, all of those things, that adds up.
82 home games, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that's a lot of concessions. That's a lot of parking. That's a lot of memorabilia. That's a lot of advertising dollars. So yeah, the money is out there. When Disney owns a baseball team, come on, man.
Who do they own?
The Angels.
Anaheim.
That's
Angels.
Right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. Angels in the outfield.
That's right. Don't they own? They own a hockey team too, don't they?
Yeah.
Do they own the Ducks?
I thought they owned the Ducks.
I thought they did. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
They made movies of them. I don't know if they. I thought they bought them. Yeah.
Well, they have that new show on. What? What? What is that in reference to? I lost. What am I missing?
You did say how many do we need?
Oh, that many baseball games.
Oh. Somebody's bottom line says they do.
Bro, they will play as many games as the market will allow.
Well, look at the NFL. Nobody's we're never going to go to 17 games.
Dude, I will be surprised if
the chalk lines.
20.
There we go. There's the context I needed.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if within 10 years the NFL goes up to 20.
Oh yeah,
bro. I would be surprised with 20.
They're gonna expand it. They're gonna find a way to expand it.
You're gonna have dudes playing 3-4 seasons, and they can't. Your body can't take that punishment. Right. Or they're gonna be they're gonna be sitting out 3-4 games a season.
Exactly. What they're gonna do is they're gonna expand the rosters.
You would have to.
Yeah, they're gonna expand the rosters, but it also allows the owners to get cheaper players.
That's true. You would have to, but yeah, because there's no way your body can.
Dude, but that's what I'm saying. Them expanding into more games only works for them.
Oh, it doesn't work for the players at all.
No, it only works for them.
No, it's like get the stepping, boy. And okay, yeah, I mean, Yeah, they have
That
say
that
so in
would
that.
be that. So don't it wouldn't shock me. Well, they may not go to 20, but I can see them going another instead of 17 at least. Like, hey, we need to make it
18.
even. Yeah,
You're gonna keep pushing
Dude, the Super Bowl was already pushed back to February 13th, bro.
they would think about it. They would love, especially with as many dome stadiums as they have and are building.
Mm-hmm.
The seasons don't matter anymore. If they could figure out a way to make it to make it year round, they would. I,
It's such
I
a
promise you.
moneymaker, man, dude. It's
Because
they make
we
money
love
hand over
football.
fist. Oh, people love football. Here's the thing. I'm one of those because after the Super Bowl, yeah, I've got, thank goodness, March Madness is right around the corner.
Yep.
But right after March Madness, for me, that's the dead zone. Well, I'm sorry, after the NBA Finals, that's the dead zone. Because guess what we have? Baseball. Baseball. I stopped.
We are not baseball haters.
I'm a baseball fan, but I stopped watching Sports Center. What am I going to talk about? What would update? There's 9,000 baseball games out there.
Top 10 plays don't hit the same during
They don't.
May or end of May, June, July, August.
I mean, I want all the games to go 7 games. I want all the series to go 7 games. Every last single one of them. I need 7 games, and I need each series to have at least 4 overtimes. I need something. I need this season extended that's why I was not mad when the whole COVID in the dome
in the bubble
was late in the year.
Yeah.
Guess what? It bumped right up against football season.
Oh yeah.
I'm all right with that. All right,
well, fellas.
When ESPN's gonna drop ESPNW.
Oh yeah, that's coming soon.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It took long enough.
Well, here we go. It's gonna be interesting.
They're not going to get the ratings that they think they're going to get.
We are reaching our time limit, fellas. So we're gonna have to.
Oh, it's been an hour already.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
So we're gonna cut our time.
We blame it on Morris.
Yes, Morris bringing up, just diverting us to talk about Chicago. Why Chicago style pizza is so much better.
And about had brothers fighting.
Fisticuffs.
All right, so that's it for this edition of Chop It Up. We appreciate all of you that are listening and that are watching and that are listening and watching at the same time.
Yep.
We will see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
Y'all be good.